prices doubled in property here?
Yeah, then half a year ago. Only half a year. So it's very crazy.
Well,
I have a classmate.
it makes people want to buy things. Now, there's a law, though, that you can only buy 2 properties, right?
Yes.
But I'm sure that you could have your wife buy 2, you could buy 2, have your parents buy 2, have your son buy 2.
No. I have a classmate in Nanjing, and when he bought the house, apartment, is about 17,000 per square meter. But now the price is 40,000.
And is that everywhere in Nanjing or the nicest areas?
Not everywhere, but the rising is everywhere.
Yeah,
and,
I see a lot of old buildings being taken down.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of conversations with Ting Ting about this, about buying property, and I would only buy it as a speculation and maybe to live there a couple of years, because the problem is the property does not maintain itself well over time. It deteriorates.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's because of the concrete they use. I don't know why, but the buildings just do not age well here. Things just don't last.
So how about the price in USA?
Well, that's the funny thing, is the prices in China are a lot more than the USA now.
In your city, the city
Well,
you live in?
well, my city is, Nanjing is a city of what? You said 20 million people, right? 10 million?
10 million.
Yeah. Well, if my city had 10 million people, the prices would be more.
Yes. In your city, how many people live there?
100,000.
100,000.
Yeah.
Like a town in China.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, New York City might have 10 or 15 million. And that's the most populous city in the United States.
Los Angeles has how many people?
Well, Los Angeles is not really it has a city, but the people are spread out over like 100 miles. So the United States is mostly suburbs. And even
Very big area.
yeah, most people in the United States live within 60
Populated
miles.
not so heavy, but the total is big.
Right. Well, most people live within a major city
Yeah.
in the United States. Like 80% of U.S. people live within 60 miles of a city.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful day for November.
Here is a CBD of Nanjing.
Okay.
Not so much more, not so much market. All buildings for business and living.
Well, China is probably like the United States. It's a country of haves and have-nots,
Yes.
right? I mean, all the money is in the hands of maybe 10% of the people.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
Maybe less than 10%.
right. I was being generous. Yeah, it's probably like it's probably like 0.1%. Actually, there are reports that 85% of not 85%, sorry, half the world's wealth is in the hands of 85 people.
Yes.
85 people. And when you add up the trillionaires out there,
That's like a triangle.
yeah. Yeah, there was a girl from Germany on the bus with me last night,
How?
and she talked my ear off about how it's the responsibility of governments to make sure that everybody is equal. And I said to her, how is a government going to make anybody equal? We're all born differently. You're a girl, I'm a boy, right?
Yes.
I'm tall, you're short. You might be smart, I might be dumb. How is the government going to change these things?
This is a very big problem. Nobody can solve it very quickly.
Well, if you look at the history of time, No, it's always been this way. And the only thing that you can do is you try to make things as fair on certain things from the standpoint that you can't allow people to hurt other people, right?
Yeah.
You can't allow people to kill somebody or to steal from them.
That is a basic principle.
Yeah, well, I mean, because that is truly taking advantage. And she's like, well, what about like the Chinese who have to go work like carrying all those goods up and down this mountain? Is that fair?
Not fair.
And I said, well, in the United States, you can't tell a company you have to pay somebody $20 an hour because we're not saying you have to go work at that company. I mean, if somebody wants the job, they can take the job.
Yeah. So actually, the society is not so fair.
No, it's not fair because the other thing is I was born with very good parents, right?
Yeah.
My parents took the time to educate me and train me and talk to me about things, and had
responsibility is not equal to power.
Yeah, and they had the money to like take care of my teeth, right? And take care of my health, and feed me well, and clothe me and educate me.
What are you hoping by your Trump? He will better for your business people?
Well, the major thing that I want to see from Trump is I don't expect major changes. What I'm hoping is that we don't have that we don't start looking at the rest of the world as enemies, right?
Yeah.
Like with what Obama and Clinton have done with Russia.
Yeah.
And they're now starting to pivot towards China.
Yes.
They're now starting to say that China is an enemy, and the rhetoric is building up now about how they want Trump to go in and this free trade stuff. You're not going to be able to win this battle.
Yeah.
Because Americans are not going, like the Americans, they want to pay 5 cents for this. Okay, but who's going to work and build it so that it costs 5 cents? If an American made this, it would cost $5. But Americans won't pay $5. So it's a catch-22. They don't want the Mexican picking the grapes because he's not here legally, but they don't want the job of picking the grapes. So it's like, well, you can't have both, guys.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're at the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.